We thought we had reached the end of the world, when the gods sent us the most terrible storm. Our fate was decided. Death. Oblivion. Then, we saw it, coming out of nowhere. Salvation.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Dead in Vinland. I'm your host, the Birdman known as Falcon. This right here is something I've been keeping a close eye on the development for a while now. If you guys recall, a couple of years ago we played a game called Dead in Bermuda, and this right here is the follow-up / spiritual sequel to that, but they have added a ton of new mechanics to the game, and I'm very excited about checking this one out. This comes out on April 12. I'll have all the information down below in case you want to pick it up for yourselves. Since I do have an early look at the game as well, I could definitely do a bit more of this, so definitely let me know if you're enjoying it and you want to see a bit more, and we shall indeed do so. For now, I'm very excited about this, so let's get into Dead in Vinland and see what this game has to offer us here today.
I've always had simple needs. A roof. A family. A peaceful life. But, like the Skalds sing, you can't always get what you want. And what the gods gave me was fire and steel.
Kill the bastard!
They screamed. Luckily, we were warned in time. I can't forget the tears of my beloved Bloodwed when they burned down our house. Our memories. I yelled, "Drop these bags and row if you want to live." We barely escaped on a stolen boat, with no map and no destination. They didn't bother to follow us. No turning back. We were exiled. This is how our miserable journey began. We drifted for days, depressed, hungry, lost. We thought we had reached the end of the world, when the gods sent us the most terrible storm. Our fate was decided. Death. Oblivion. Then, we saw it, coming out of nowhere. Salvation. Or Loki's dirty tricks. The gods are playing with us. But I just know that we must survive.
Bloodwed, Kari, Moira, where are you? We're here, honey. We're fine. Odin be praised. The All-Father hasn't completely abandoned us, it seems. I wouldn't have bet on it, considering the last turn of events. Kari, are you alright, my child? Yeah, Mom, I'm great. Our home burned, Njord's best storm in our asses, and Dad's perfect landing on the sharp rock of an unknown island. A perfect day. So let's see here. We could comfort the wife, we could joke around with Moira, or we could scold the daughter for being a smartass in the face of danger here. Let's go with comforting the wife to begin with. As long as the family sticks together, we'll be fine. Yeah, I know. So the depression went down a little bit on that one. -5 between the mom and daughter, though. Yeah, well, that's cute and all, but what do we do now? Do you have an idea where we are, Eric? No, we drifted far for the west over many days, to the end of the world as we know it. Never heard of an island that far to the west. I don't think any Norsemen ever went here. We should explore the vicinity and see if we can find someone that can help us. I hope that someone doesn't turn out to be a frost giant, or worse. We'll see. The family, still disoriented by the shipwreck, started to look around. They decided to walk away from the sad remains of their ship and to explore the woods. The forest was as silent as themselves. The atmosphere was getting tense when... Look! Over there! A track! Kari rushed to take the pad, and the others followed her. They continued like this for almost an hour, when they finally found the end of the path outside of the forest. A wooden shack just here. Doesn't seem to be inhabited though. It's ours now, or look for survivors. I'm gonna say it's ours now, right? What do we do now? There's no hope of turning back to our home. Only fire and steel await us there. So we must start a new life here. It may be a land of new possibilities for us as long as we stick together. So we have a +10 with the wife, +5 with Moira. I'm thankful to Frigg to be able to endure this hardship with my husband, my dear sister, and my daughter. Okay, so sister-in-law, wife, and daughters who we're rolling with here is Eric. +5, good. Without my family, I wouldn't have the will to fight and live. We're here for you, sister, always. But I still hope this cursed island is inhabited. Time will be very long if it's just for the 4 of us. And we'll need husbands if we want to repopulate the island. Whoa! Right, Kari? I'm not even sure how old my daughter is, so let's not talk about repopulation just yet, Moira. I'm a very defensive father. Ugh, no way, ever. You can stay in bed with your dirty dreams. I'm going to explore this island and make it mine. Listen, everyone. Now is not the time for jokes. We still have plenty to do if we want to survive. We still have enough potable water for a few days if we ration ourselves, but we can't rely on that. I found 2 big barrels that we can use as containers for our water. Alright. We'll probably have to purify that water if we can have it too. Don't forget, don't drink water coming from the rivers before boiling it. Yeah, that's a very good advice. So that means we need to build a fire, quickly. I only have 1 fire mushroom left. Here, take it. So we have tinder. Good. We need to build a lot of things we want to settle here. I'll set up a workshop with a few tools where we can work quietly. But we need resources, wood, stone, ropes. We can scavenge wood from our ship for now. We still have a bit of food left in it too. We should go fetch it. Yes, but it won't last long. We mustn't rely on that too much. I looked around and found some things we could use. Check it out. So we got 15 wood, 5 rope, 2 stone. Good job, Kyrie. We should explore the surroundings some more. We may find food, resources, and whatnot. And beast, and traps. I agree that we should explore, but be careful. We don't know what to expect. Let's start working on this camp. We have plenty to do. Alrighty, so I'm playing with the tutorial on because I haven't played this just yet, so it'll kind of help me to figure out all the new mechanics and at the same time give you guys a better, I guess, representation of what the game's all about here. So, this is a turn-based game. Apparently we'll have 3 phases. We have the morning and afternoon, and then the nighttime, which we sleep, eat, and talk for various different depression ups or downs, resting, and all that jazz. So we're in day number 1 here at the moment in the morning. Your most critical resources are your fire and your water. Always keep an eye on their level. Click on this button to access the water and fire management. So we want to use the tinder to bring this fire up to 100% intensity. So we'll do that. And apparently in order to purify the water, we'll be using 5 to 10% of our fire intensity to boil that up. So let's do that. And we might as well purify the entire thing. So this brought us down to 84 fire intensity now. And the higher it is, the better boost you'll get from it. The lower it is, the less the boost it will be. I believe if the fire goes out, it's probably game over as well. At least that's how it used to work in Dead in Bermuda. Now it's time to assign some tasks to your characters. There are still supplies left in your shipwreck. Someone should take care of scavenging it. So let's jump over here. This will be the shipwreck. So probably be some area. Oh, a workshop. Good. So where we rest and sleep. Over here we have maybe a way to grow some food. I'm judging based on this. And over here we have... oh, explorations of the map. Perfect. So let's start off over here and I guess we'll assign a character to start going through the wreckage of the ship and see what we can find. Drag Moira and drop her onto the search slot. So Moira will be the sister-in-law. Her scavenging is only 22. I think we'll be able to level these things up eventually. And some people will be better at scavenging, hunting, workshop, harvesting, etc., etc. Great, we'll see later how to execute all the assigned tasks once everyone has something to do. Fetching more water. Drag Bloody Wet and drop her onto the fetch water slot. So this will be the wife, and we'll use her right over here. 30 scavenging. You definitely need to upgrade your camp to be able to decently live here. The workshop enables the crafting activity, It contains many ways to improve your camp. You can build new activity stations and also upgrade existing ones, so assign Eric to the craft slot. So Eric right over here, crafting's at 23. Some stations have additional options available, accessing by clicking on the station. Remember to look for these, especially when a new station has just been built. So for this one, I guess we'll probably be choosing a crafting plan. Wood is pretty basic resource, useful to keep the fire blazing and craft some new things. It's probably a good idea to build a lumber camp as soon as possible. So we'll choose lumber camp, and apparently we need 5 wood and 5 rope to do that. And with the resources that Akari found, that should work out. It'll cost us 1 stone to repair this. It'll give us 5 to 15% renewal, so we'll do that. It's up to good. Should we use the other stone as well, or do we save her for something else? Let's bring it up to excellent. Last but not least, exploration. Remember, the family just arrived in an unknown island. Who knows what they'll find, resource, dangers, maybe even people. So this will be Kari's job for the meantime. And we'll place her down here. Exploration's at 54, which is rather good. And now we can let time flow for the morning. And they'll start bringing some stuff in. So she found 5 wood, 2 rope, 2 fabric, and some raw fish. Fish bait, Angelica ointment. Depression went up and so did fatigue. And now you're going to use 5 wood to start working in the workshop. And you got it done a little bit over halfway, so maybe one afternoon he'll work on that again, hopefully completed. And let's see, for the water, we got 4.25 potable water, which will have indeed purify. And in order for her to explore, she uses some of the clean water. And she fully explored the meadow, which we have now unlocked, and she started working on the beach, which is now at 40%. So now I want to go out there and explore the map. So it looks like Kiri just finished exploring a new area on the island. Let's have a look at what's there using the map. So, as you can see, we'll be able to scavenge all of this at some point or another, and we'll find, I don't know, a lot of things related to the story. And Dead in Bermuda has something to do with gods and like weird deities and stuff like that, so the story can be really good in these games too. So we have now uncovered the meadow, which has now unlocked hopefully some food. We got a wheat patch. And you guys can read this over here if you want to. I'm giving it the old brief eye. Okay, keep some for later. Let's check out what the wheat patch is all about. We have the option to inspect it, harvest it twice, or hunt here as well. Start off with inspecting first. While wheat is growing here, it's vibrant gold color promising tasty grains. And we can harvest or hunt. Let's start off with harvesting first. And we can use anybody in our group for this one. Apparently the best harvester that we have is going to be Moira. So let's give her a try. For this one, we're looking for harvesting constitution. So even though she's a better harvester, she's got better constitution, but 10-point difference. And because of her fatigue, it's now dropped to 2847. It's still good. I'll use her for this one. You search for the best looking sprouts to bring them back to the camp. You grab a fistful of wheat and carefully cut the wheat at the ground. Once you have enough, you tie the bundles into sheaves. So, got tired from that, but we got 6 wheat out of this one at the very least. Cool. And 7 seeds. Alright, cool. So we could probably start our own little farm at some point. Now we have one more harvest and a hunt here. Let's try with hunting now and see what happens with this one. As you can see, Kari is going to be our hunter. 44. I mean, the father's a bit better, but she's got amazing stealth. So we have to hide in order to hunt something down. She might be better at that, so let's use Kyrie for the hunting. The tall grass is a perfect spot to hunt for birds and small rodents. So we can lie in wait, which requires stealth. And our stealth skill gives us 95% chance of success. We can also track with hunting at 73. Let's go with the high stealth one here. 95% chance of a check. We got it. You find the perfect spot to hide within the wheat patch. You're rather comfy and undetectable. You wait for hours, but nothing moves. You wait so long, you end up falling asleep. Maybe you're a bit too comfy. Oh, look at that. We actually drops our fatigue, though, for that. You're woken up by a small rodent climbing over your face to reach the wheat. Praise the gods for your luck. You catch an animal and break its neck. And we got the mead. Good. And we have one more to do. We could do this for later, but since right now we're starting off, we definitely need a bunch of supplies. So let's go and harvest with, I guess we'll use Moira yet again. She's getting really tired, though. You know what? Let's just go with Kyrie. The little fatigue rejuvenation we got might help us out a little bit better here. You search for the best looking sprouts to bring them back to camp. Fatigue went up, and you got 5 and 5. So Moira got like 1 more wheat last time and like 2 more seeds, but it's still fairly good. So that's done. Back to the camp we go. Some items are usable, which means they can be used instantly on any character. Those are very helpful in keeping them up and running, so you should remember to use them. You can access the use item via the sidebar or by directly clicking on the character itself. So, we can use an item now. What do we have for using? We have the Angelica Ointment, which apparently brings depression down by 10. You're at a 9. And this over here will be for sickness, which you're at a 4. So we could definitely skip you for now. Nothing for fatigue, unfortunately. But her depression's at 20, so we could definitely use that ointment on her. You're at 16. Let's use this on Moira for now. And brought that to a 10. And sickness, you're at a 1, 5, 7, and 4. We'll hold on that for later. So I guess now if we want, we could keep them doing the same thing. I guess we'll probably go with that a bit longer, so you'll scavenge it again. You will finish up that workshop. How's the shelter doing? Shelter condition, a little bit low, I would say. It would take 1 wood to fix that up, the shelter, 1 wood. So water supplies, let's use a bit of wood to up the water supply. From good to hopefully excellent. So it's at 90, and then we'll do the same thing with shelter. Maybe twice. Up to excellent, we're down to 7 wood, however. Workshop is still at excellent, and that's really about it. I don't think we can build anything until we actually unlock it from the workshop. So for now, let's just go ahead and we'll keep everybody the same task. Skip over to the afternoon into the night period here. Scavenging went up by 1. We got 4 more wood. Ropes, fabric, raw fish. Oh, arrows too. Sweet, we can use this for hunting. Fatigue, depression. Eric, you got this workshop lumberyard finished for us? Yes, you do. So this enables woodcutting activity for 1 character. And there it is. We assign somebody there, we'll get some more wood that way, as opposed to scavenging through that shipwreck. We don't necessarily want to use up the shipwreck just yet. We could leave that for emergency, especially when we need food down the line. She got more water, which we'll have to purify pretty soon. And you're off to search the beach, alright. New area discovered. Oh, so close to unlocking the forest too in one go. The sun is fading, time for the family to make the final arrangements before the night, during which they will chat, drink some water, eat a bit, and sleep. There is nothing set in stone, but a good rule of thumb is to have some food, approximately 1 potable water per person, and to be sure that the fire intensity is high enough so that it won't die during their sleep. Alright, before we do that though, can we come over here and check this out? Because we just unlocked the beach. We have an ornate coffer. These would be like one-shots, so if we fail, we fail. We can't do anything else over here. So let's inspect it first and find out what this is about. You whistle when you examine the chest. It is almost in perfect state, and its craftsmanship is exquisite. The antlers have been polished and circled in gold. The intricate carvings show great mastery of woodworking. Even the choice of wood is luxurious. Makes you wonder if the inside matches the outside. So let's find out if we open carefully what happens first. And we need agility for this one, so she's got a 70. Well, down to a 67 because she's tired. Let's go with an open careful with Kari. You won't let a heavy golden padlock prevent you from opening the chest. Oh, and we need to pick a lock, though. It's only a 57. That probably won't work. We can't go back anymore, huh? Oh, come on. Oh, we failed it. You sit in the sand and start working on the padlock. It takes you time, but you eventually unlock it. When you open it, an orange mist comes out. It burns your eyes and throat. You fall backwards. Water. You need water now. Ah, man. And that's kind of like the downside when you do these over here. It can either go in your favor or against you as well. When your sight gets clear, you notice a trap didn't only incapacitate you, but it also ruined the contents. You salvage whatever you can. We did get 2 cola potions, though, whatever those are, and a cure potion as well. Alright, back to the camp we go. We haven't unlocked the other area just yet, so I guess for now what we'll do is... Is the fire good? Let's go ahead and purify some water for the nighttime. So, we need at least 1 per person. That's the rule of thumb. Let's go up to, like, 5. An extra one just in case. Now, the fire's down to 41, so we'll use some wood to stoke that back up. And not 100, perfect. That'll work. And let's end our day. Okay, that's enough for today. Come everyone, it's time to grab a bite and try to sleep a little. You can start without me. I want to consolidate the shelter some more. You shouldn't overdo it, Eric. The shadows are already dancing with us. No, really, I can. I must do it. It's my fault if you... Not again, Eric. We already discussed the topic. You don't have to take the blame alone for what is happening to us. So we lost a little bit of points there. But you heard like me, honey. That man that burned our home were after me. They scream, kill the bastard. I'm the bastard. It's my burden to bear. Alone. No, that's no good for depression. Why did they call you that? That's a story I like to hear. If we weren't close to dying for starvation, of course. We should make traps. The forest must be full of tiny meat on legs. And full of big dangers. I'd prefer you stay here with me. There's plenty to do at the camp. Ugh. In your dreams, Mom. Yeah. I actually don't want that. She's a really good explorer, so we need her for that. Okay, we have some axes, we have some bags. We're good to cut trees in the forest from now on. I'll let you take care of that. I don't have the muscle for it. You can help too, Moira. You must straighten your body. You're too weak. Ooh. I'm the sister who got the mind, and you got the muscle. Oh! Shooting back! And I got a boat. Haha! Sure did. Plus 10 with her. Cutting trees is tiresome, but hauling them back to camp even more so. Anyone can help, but don't overdo it if you're too tired. You'll just end up hurting yourself. I just want to remind everyone that wood is our main resource for crafting and for keeping our fire. So we shouldn't overlook keeping a steady supply of wood. Every night the characters will most likely be dehydrated. The more potable water you give them, the more likely they will rehydrate. Let's go with 0.75 for everybody. Not used the 1 just yet, but hopefully it'll be enough to clear it up. So I'll give 0.75 to everybody. We're down to 2. Go next, and... Good. Yes! So we got dehydration 1 off of everybody there. Now it's time to share some food. Now we have perishable food and non-perishable ones. This will kind of like randomly just spoil overnight. So it's probably better to use these. However, the problem right now is that they're raw, so we haven't even cooked them. So there's a chance it'll kind of give us some sickness as well, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with that, because right now we have 18 hunger, 17, 19, and 15. Got no berries or nothing, unfortunately. So let's go with raw meat. 8 to 18 hunger, but the chance of sickness from 1 to 4. It'll also probably give us nausea and glutton. 8 to 12, 0 to 2 sickness. So maybe we do some raw fish. Seems a bit more safe than raw meat straight up. So that'll cure up what? 8 to 12. Brought it down to a 9, and no sickness. Perfect. What about you? Down to a 7, no sickness. Great. Down to an 8. We got 2 sickness on her, though. And we'll try you as well. And a little bit of sickness. Well, at least we lucked out with 2 of them, but the other 2 got a little bit of illness, but that's fine. And I guess now we'll just go ahead and go into next, and we got at least food down under 10. And with the shelter and the fire, that'll reduce some of the fatigue. There goes some of my fire down. And overnight, we lost 1 raw fish and 1 raw meat. That's to be expected. Alright, so today's weather... Oh, wow, there's like a weather system now, too. So I guess we'll probably get like buffs and debuffs depending on how the day's going to be. So right now we have sunny, so... It does seem that at night, we'll lose 20 to 10 fatigue, and fire intensity 30 to 20. That is day 1. And the tutorial, for the most part, done. Now it's basically up to us. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We could definitely do more, as I mentioned. I might do another video just in case right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you next time.